Hi, everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Veil. I'm your host, Shelley Schonwald, and very excited to be back here again today. And Spirit has asked me to put a little nudge out there with change and how we can grieve change. You know, we all have change in our lives. It seems to be the inevitable, but one of the things that we forget about having change in our lives is that we can grieve the change. Now, sometimes these are changes that are positive. We're moving forward in our lives and good things are coming. But yet at the same time, we may grieve what we're leaving behind. You know, that can be a good example would be if you're moving somewhere new. You know, it could be a very exciting thing to, pack the bags and be on a new adventure. But at the same time, you can mourn what you've left behind. Or, if you're leaving behind friends and some good memories, we can grieve changes such as, our own personal health. And, as we get older, things just, bodies just aren't the same as they used to be. And we can grieve our younger selves. I mean, these are all part of our lives, but we should also make sure that we take care of ourselves in these times and understand that some of the emotions and feelings that we're going through is grief. And, with change, generally, we come through all right. At the end of the day, the changes and the positive things that we're doing in our lives, it's we are moving on to happier things. But don't forget that the life that you have left behind. It's okay to mourn that, and to remember those good times and carry that forward with you. Because as we move through change in our lives, we have to remember that we're learning. And that's why we're here. That's why we're put on this great green earth, is to learn and to grow. And without change, we don't do those things. If we're constantly playing it safe in life, what do we get out of that? Not a lot. If we live a very sheltered existence, we don't get what we need from our time here. So it's important to know that while change can be scary, change can cause us to grieve, what we're leaving behind, but it's also for our well-being to get out there. You shake things up from time to time, right? If things are ticking along day in, day out, well, that's great, but what are we getting out of that? If you're feeling a bit stuck, why not make a change? It doesn't have to be anything major. You don't have to move across the country or across the globe or anything, but maybe there's some small incremental changes that you can make in your life that may give you the opportunity to learn and grow. So put that in your back pocket to think about over the next little while. Let's take our caller here. We have Georgia in Dallas, Texas. Georgia, are you there?
Hello. I'm
Hi,
here.
how are
Yes,
you doing
ma'am.
tonight?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What brings you to the show tonight?
It's just curiosity more than anything, I guess.
So you haven't had a reading before?
I have had a reading before, actually, but not
Okay.
anything
Okay.
online like this, or on,
Ah, all right. Well, we got a little bit of time here, so let's dig into what's going on for you. Um, Very interesting. I just is there some type of military or something around you?
no.
Oh, very interesting, because I feel like there's you very structured, almost like someone who would be in the military. Does that resonate with
I'm a
you?
nurse.
Hmm?
I'm a nurse, so
Structure.
that's pretty regimented. Yeah,
There we go. There's the structure that we have, because what it feels like is that you're very at home in structure and having routines and the procedures to follow. But what I'm getting with you is that you're kind of wondering what else in life.
sure.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Kind of,
Yes.
I feels like there's a little bit of boredom. Like you wake up, you go to sleep. It seems a bit like the Groundhog Day for you, and you're looking for something to wake up your spirit again.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah. It's interesting because I feel like there's also do you have a partner or a man in your life?
Yes.
Okay, because it feels like this is kind of resonates a little bit with both of you, more so with you, but it's like there's a comfortableness about your situation. Things are good. Things are really good. But it's like, what else? What else is there? We need to kind of wake this up and enjoy life a bit. You don't want it to pass you by. And it feels like he's on the same page with that one. Has there
Okay.
been some conversations about that between the two of you?
Mm, occasionally, yes.
Okay. Because what it feels like for you is that getting out of this bubble, it means getting out and seeing the world. And even if it's just in your own country, getting out and seeing more, because it feels like life is very much centered just around your area, and that there's a desire to get out and do and see more.
I think that's true.
And there's encouragement from spirit, from your friends in the spirit, to start looking at putting those plans into action. They're
Okay.
reminding you you only live once, right? You're only in this body,
Right.
whether you believe in reincarnation and all those things, you're only here in the now once. So, what they're saying is that to start looking at the plans and putting the list together on where you want to go and what you want to see, and getting budgets
Okay.
together for it. Because you two have been very careful. Now, it feels with you both is that, I mean, you've been good with your money. You're okay financially. Now it's time to start looking at how do we make this stuff work for us, and how do we get out there and see this great green earth, because it feels like there's trips not only in the US, but it feels like you've all talked about elsewhere, getting outside of the country and seeing what else is out there. Now, what also I'm getting from them is that they're talking about retirement. You're not retirement age, are you?
I still have a few more years.
Yeah, kind of, because it feels to me like it's on the precipice, it's coming, but it's like we have to start thinking about what we're going to do now, because it's like in your retirement there's going to be more desire, the ability to get out there, because you're not doing shift work and things like that, to look at getting outside of the country and doing more things, because it does feel like, have you ever been overseas? Have you been to the UK?
I have not.
Okay. It feels like there's going to be the desire to get out and go over and see these things, right?
Okay.
To go to the UK. I'm also hearing Italy. Like it's one of those things. It feels like a place that would resonate with you. But they're encouraging you to start looking at this because you've worked very hard. You both have worked very hard in your life, and you deserve to get out and see what's out there. There's it feels like that with this, it's like there's some gatherings or something with this as well. Are you planning any gatherings in your home? Because I see people coming together and there's laughter, like you're celebrating something.
Not anything coming up now.
Okay, because it feels like there's something, and maybe not right now, but it feels like it's like this year. There's it's like it feels like an important date, but there's a celebration coming up and there's people coming together, and there's going to be discussion about, you know where are we going to go, what are we going to do, talking about after the work, and what will life hold. So it feels you're both very able-bodied people, and to get out and enjoy that. Do you hike or do any long walks?
It's something that I would like to do more of.
Okay, because I'm feeling that even you're getting out and you're looking over. I see you going somewhere where you're able to look out over like a bit of a valley. Like it doesn't seem terribly mountainous, but it feels somewhere in your area, but it's like you can look over like a river valley or something like that. And there's a great sense of accomplishment with you going out there and doing these things. And it's things like that, getting out there and seeing your area and getting outside, it's going to start sparking the interest to do and see more.
Okay.
But yeah, it seems like, do you have like a bit of a river valley or something near you?
No, not really.
Okay. So you'll get out somewhere where where you'll be able to see it because it doesn't feel like it's really lush. Um, how do I put it? Like the foliage around it's quite short, but it's like something you're going to come up and it's just going to be a sense of accomplishment. I feel happiness for you in doing this.
Okay.
This is going to spark joy for you, and it's like it's the catalyst to getting out there and getting moving. So that's what they're giving me. Do you have any questions before I let you go? I got a couple of minutes here.
Um, well, I have a friend that's kind of having some health issues. And I'm kind of curious. I know that you can't give medical advice, obviously, but
Hmm.
if you pick anything up on that.
I just heard she'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're not giving me any more than that. I mean, sometimes okay can be a lot of things, but they're saying don't worry too much. It's okay.
Okay.
All right. May I leave that with you?
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking my call.
You're welcome, and you have a lot of exciting things coming up. Just grab on and go. All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful night.
You too.
All right, folks. And there we have it. Getting out there and exploring the world is a wonderful thing, and you don't have to go far. Sometimes we have wonderful things in our own backyard, but get out there and enjoy life and see things and, spark change, spark some joy in your lives because we do only have this one chance in this body, in this here and now. Please make the most of it. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Take care.